Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee now, call 319-527-6305. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. And now, here's Dee.
You amazing, fabulous, incredible, magnificent, and darn sexy people. Hi! Oh my gosh. Here we are. We're starting the holiday season, and you know me, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I love it. It's my favorite time of year. So much joy, so much bustling, so much, love, just love. I love it. So I'm happy to be here, pumping this time of the year off with you all that I love so much. So I hope you all saw my great show last night on Lifetime, Christmas in Louisiana. I was very proud of this show. Really sweet. I dearly love the cast and the director, and I know I'm sure they'll be replaying it. If you missed it, try and catch it and let me know what you thought. Thanks for the emails for those of you that have gotten back to me already about it. So appreciate it. Our next webinar is going to be the predictions webinar, the predictions for 2020. If you've ever been on a predictions webinar, you know how powerful they are, and we spend most of those 2 hours going, oh my God, again. So December 18th, put it on your calendar. We had a beautiful webinar, and I have a core belief that came in on our webinar with Gabrielle Stone last Wednesday on self-love. Good for those of you who attended this webinar, because it's the most important subject in creation, self-love. And here's the core belief that came in: I'm not good enough to love myself. Let me just let you sit with that one for a minute. I'm not good enough to love myself. But if the whole creation process depends on us loving ourselves as the gods we are, we better retrain our brains to know that I am absolutely good enough to love myself. I am a fractal of God, and God is love, which means I am love, which makes me definitely good enough to love myself. So let's all claim that right now. I am good enough to love myself. I do love myself. I celebrate loving myself. And so it is. Okay, well, a little teaser here. Everybody, there's a tradition in our community that every 1st of December, actually it will be December 2nd, we will be rolling out my Christmas present to you, which are half-hour privates for $100. It's first come, first serve. They'll go up for grabs on December 2nd. And it's always my joyful opportunity and experience to offer those to everybody so that you can really, dig into this work. And that's what we're going to do right now. I want to read to you 2 things from the I Am Discourses. Now, this is Volume 3, the Saint Germain series. This is one of my Bibles. as you know, the I am presence is literally the creative force of the world. You can say it's the God within you. You can say it's the force, divine love, doesn't really matter. But it is the force and energy that creates. And this is a quote in the I Am discourses from Christ. In my ministry to mankind among the hills of Judea, I stirred the latent memory within the inner records of mankind, and its work is still going on today. I wish the students to understand that preceding all conscious healing upon my part, within my own mind, I was always conscious that I am the only healing presence. And as that unlimited I am presence, I had the right, the power, and the ability through that presence to command all outer activity of the mind to be silent and obey its command. This is what our work is based on. If you go to brain science talks about redirecting your brain into thinking a new chosen belief and focusing on it. And in both things, you have to know you're the power that does this, right? Okay, the next thing I'm reading from the I Am Discourse is called the Word. Life in all its activities everywhere manifest is God in action. And it is only through lack of understanding of applied thought and feeling that mankind is constantly interrupting the pure flow of that perfect essence of life, which would, without interference, naturally express its perfection everywhere. In other words, if we get out of the way and stay happy and joyful, the I Am presence creates for us. I am, listen everybody, I am is the activity of that life. When you say and feel I am, you open wide the door to God's natural flow. Stand guard strictly over your thought and expression. Every time you say, I am not, I cannot, I have not, you are undermining the God within you. Hold before the mind this truth, that when the I am power and presence is set in motion, it can no more fail in its accomplishment than the universe stop its activity. Know this, when you say I am, you are setting in motion the limitless power of God in whatever you couple the I am expression with. So, what that's saying is how we define ourselves. I am this, I am that, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am happy, I am successful, or I don't know, I don't care, I don't know how, I'm poor, I'm fat, I'm unhappy, I'm depressed. It doesn't matter. Whichever, what we call the positive or negative choice that we choose is, that's what your energy is going to follow and create for us. So let's take the subject of health. You see, they want us to balance happiness regarding what we are unhappy about or challenged with. So I want you to pick out any kind of physical thing, having enough energy, all the way up to cancer. Pick something. And we're going to make this claim. I am balancing the state of happiness within, and then state what you picked. Now, we're going to do it one more time, and I want you to feel into the highest feeling of freedom that you can experience. Freedom. Pull it up. Freedom. 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 I am balancing the state of happiness regarding my subject, and I feel the freedom of that. And so it is. I cannot tell you how important it is that you understand anytime you say I am, you are literally releasing the force of the universe to create that. That's why I say to you, your choice is your freedom. Your consciousness is your freedom. And so it is. All righty, boy, we got a lot of people on the call. I like it. Let's go to Michelle in Florida. Hi, honey, you're on.
Hi, Dee. Love having
to
you. Question. I'm having issues thinking about moving again, and I really would like some word from the channel if I should or I shouldn't.
Okay, so basically, back to what I just taught, you're saying I am a person who doesn't know and can't make up her mind.
Correct.
I am a person that's not clear. You're never going to get your clarity in your answer that way, Michelle. Do you understand that? You have to start saying, I know, I'm clear, and then you go to your heart because the channel's saying you already have the answer.
Well, I have the answer. I know the answer. I know the answer is to move, but I'm having issues, conflicting issues, because my 14-year-old doesn't want to move. And so I'm feeling like if I were to move, then she would be upset, and then it'd be another 4 years of high school in another place where she wouldn't want to be, that kind of thing.
Okay.
In my heart, I know I should move.
Okay,
I've even tested it with my pendulum.
Okay, so you have the answer. And before you went into that explanation, what the channel said to me is, yes, you want to move. It's best for you to move, and just not right now. Before you ever went into that story. Now, is it about your daughter? No. So let's get to the bottom of what's creating your lack of clarity here. But again, guys, if you want to be clear about something, you have to say, I am clear. I am clarity itself. Book. Give me a song, Michelle.
The one from The Wizard of Oz. It's the one where she's going
We're
on
off
the road.
to see the wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's all about you don't know what's on the other side. And that's what's really, actually, that's what's going on with you and your daughter. Oh my gosh, we don't know what's going to happen, what's going to be there, right? Is there going to be a wizard to help us? Are we going to get lost along the way? Will we get attacked by monkeys, right? So, again, guys, if we know that we create our lives and we are conscious about directing only what we want, then you ultimately do know, because it's up to you. You do know that you are creating harmony, important, especially with your daughter, ease, joyfulness, abundance, protection around where you choose. You see, healthy. You want a healthy environment. Don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
So you are in charge, but you're not taking charge, and that keeps you in purgatory between yes and no. Do you understand?
If I mention like a name, would they be able to say yes or no? Or
well, would you?
Again, I am clear, but yet I feel that uncertainty as to which part of Florida that I would move to. I have 4 places, but it's still, I'd like to say I'm clear.
Okay, well, you're clear in your heart, Michelle. You're clear in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
So go to your heart and tell me which place comes up.
Vero Beach.
For harmony, for balance, for happiness, I get a big yes. See, you knew.
Mm-hmm.
You knew.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't, guys, if you keep putting into the brain of your computer, I don't know, and I'm confused, and I don't have the answer. You see, if you put that into the computer, that's saying, tell me what I don't think I can find. The brain can't take you there. Your subconscious can't take you there. Your guidance can't take you there. Okay?
Right.
So,
okay.
Boom, push the easy button. And now you got to trust it, Michelle. Now you got to trust it.
There you go, Dee.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your
you
time.
Bet,
Have
sweetheart.
a good one. Bye-bye.
You bet. I am creating my day good, even though this is the day I take my beautiful daughter to the airport and send her off for a month to Vietnam and Bali. And yeah, I am walking my talk. Sometimes I just break down in tears for no reason, and then I go, Dee, I release her to her own divine I am presence. I am knowing that worrying is the worst thing I can do for her. I am standing and knowing that she has a fabulous trip and that physical angels come forward for her every step of the way, on the flights, on the ground. I am in my knowing, and I've directed it, and so it is. And then I let go. But yeah, do I have to do that consciously about 10 times a day? You bet. And is it worth it? Absolutely. All right, we're going to Jeannie in Utah. Hi, honey.
Good morning. I have not gotten to listen to you for a while, and I haven't heard from you. My dear sister Patty is the one who had turned me on to you, and I just love what you're saying. It resonates so well with me.
Well, welcome back, sweetheart.
Guarding our focus with our life, so true. And the I am statements, it all amazing, very powerful. May I ask you, my husband had started to take a turn for the worse. He's always had heart problems, but he's on the verge of going on the heart transplant list. Is there anything, I guess maybe I should have just asked for a general reading, but...
No, the more specific, the better, Jeannie.
Okay.
So when you said he's taken a turn for the worse, they want you to know that's your perspective. That's not really what's going on here. The new heart is going to give him freedom in his life. When I say he's ready to go, I get a big no. And that's what you're afraid of, by the way. Okay?
Well, it's the being in limbo. It was one thing to deal with Patty's estate and all of that hardship and grief and all that stuff. And he started to go downhill from that point. They tested him. He's too well. So now it's, I just turned 60, and I just feel like what you said, freedom. I want freedom. And
yeah.
I love my husband, but this really, it weighs me down so much because he stays in this limbo place, and he doesn't want to take great care of himself. He just keeps tacking on AFib, tachycardia, diabetes, gout. I mean, it's just like, I'm tired.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, Jeannie. So you have to understand that he's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to make his way out whatever way he chooses. Again, guys, we have a belief that we have to be sick in order to go. Not a true belief, but a belief that most of us own. They're giving me the same statement they give me for Gabrielle. I release you to your own divine I am presence. Your lesson in this lifetime, Jeannie, is that you can't save people. You have to quit. You couldn't save Patty. I couldn't save Patty. Patty's the only one that could decide whether she wanted to stay or not, and she didn't. Right now, your husband still does. So you have a choice. Are you going to allow him to create these illnesses that he needs for whatever purpose he's learning and just love him anyway? Or are you going to hold yourself in purgatory and go, I can't release him, I've got to save him, which you can't do, but that's what you're trying, that's what's wearing you out so much. You can't make decisions even for the people you love. You can hold the state you want them to be in, you can hold the outcome, you can see them healthy, and ultimately, you've got to move on with you.
Even if it appears to be like I'm being a bitch, because I love him. As you're speaking, my heart is very wah, 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 and I know it to be true, but you cannot give if your cup is empty, and it's been going on for so long.
See, and you've got to give yourself permission to be free. Here's the word freedom again.
And that's what I want, is to be free.
Well, yeah, but you're thinking that depends on him. Doesn't depend on him. It depends on your perspective.
All the time.
All the time. That's why some people in the Jewish camps during the war survived because they chose to have as positive a perspective on the situation as possible. They went, how can I help other people here? What can I do? How can I serve? Right? They didn't go, well, I'm going to die here because everybody else is.
Right.
In the midst of anything, you have the right to create who you are. But you have to do that consciously, sweetheart. Okay?
Yes, I agree. Real quickly, do you ever hear from Patty?
I don't hear from people unless I ask to hear from people. Okay. She's referring to a long-standing client of ours, part of the community, her sister. But Patty says she's connected with you several times through nature, but you're not really aware of it.
I see feathers, and I know it's her.
Birds,
see monarch butterfly.
Before you said that, they said to me birds. So,
birds. Okay.
Well, maybe that was a way to get us to feathers, but whenever you see that, just know she's saying, I'm here.
Okay.
But you see, again, it's your perspective. Oh, well, that's just a stupid feather, or, oh, wow, Patty saying hi. Hi, sis.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like, hi, Patty. You know, my heart is always open to her, and I miss her so much. So, anyway, thank you so much.
And ask her to come down and help your husband and give him some guidance. She can do that, but you've got to ask. You don't ask, you don't receive, guys. You don't ask. God cannot intervene on our behalf. Period. All righty? Thank you, darling. You bet. And I understand that. The caretaker gets as worn out as the person that needs to have care handled for them. Sandy in North Carolina, you're on.
Hi, Dee. Good morning. Thank you.
Hi, baby.
For taking my call.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to share. I'm feeling so much better with all this, the IAMs and everything. Just
great.
Your last caller. So, but the one thing there's several things I want to ask, and I have
actually they all go back to one thing. So ask the first thing you wanted to ask.
The one thing is that I have a client whose mom recently passed, and she's inherited her two cats, her mom, and I'm working with her. However, there's a lot of
she feels guilty, Sandy.
Yeah.
It's the guilt.
Okay.
It's the guilt that's in the way of her freedom.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
I believe I do. Yeah, I'm trying to process all our sessions, so.
Well, my spiritual teacher, when Chris died, called me and said, Dee, I don't want you to feel guilty. It's a natural part of death. Whenever anybody dies, usually we go, we should have, would have, could have, ought have, right?
Yeah, she has a lot of that.
Her mom left her what she left her because that's what gives mothers joy, is to leave whatever they can and take care of their kids, whether they're, 80 or 2. A mother always wants to take care of her kids. And what the channel is saying to me is tell her that she is dishonoring her mother by not joyfully accepting everything that has been given to her.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Because I really don't know the lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like validating what came through.
Well, good.
For her.
Acknowledge yourself then.
Yeah.
For the great work that you're doing and the truth that you're manifesting here. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, people say to me, my God, Dee, you work so hard. Why do you work so hard? I say, because I want to leave as much for my kid as I can, and I want to continue living in the custom I'm accustomed to. But, my mommy was so proud that she had $10,000 to leave me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's $2, if it's a teddy bear, if it's $100,000, $1 million, whatever the hell it is, it gives mommies joy to pass it on and take care of their kids after they leave. So tell her to embrace that. Okay, Sandy?
I will do that. Thank you.
You bet, sweetheart. And by the way, pat yourself on the back, right, for for your channeling and for your healing that you're doing for her. Kirk, what's up, baby?
Hey there, Dee Dee.
What?
I called for two things. One, to thank you for being you, and to thank this community for being themselves.
I know. Don't we have an awesome community here?
We do. And also, did I hear correctly that you're offering those half hours at a discount?
You did. Every Christmas, that's my Christmas gift to all of you, that I roll out half-hour private sessions for $100, and they will be offered starting December 2nd. You guys know how fast they go to, so.
I called to give a little endorsement.
Okay. We like those.
We're all moving forward, and we all want to progress and elevate and enjoy. And I've used this example before, but do you really want to go back to a rotary dial phone, or would you enjoy your cell phone? And the efficiency of those half hours, I can speak from personal experience. You can get so much breakthrough, so much clarity in a shorter period of time. And it's a really wonderful gift that you share with the community. And I just want to tell anybody that's out there pondering it, get online, do it. It's really good. And
thank you, Kirk. So wonderful. I did not pay him for this endorsement. It's just a disclaimer, but thank you. You know, you're absolutely right. I'm even kind of thinking about only offering half-hour privates because we get so much done so fast that I just wonder sometimes if we need the 50 minutes, and then the people that are doing the 50 minutes go, oh no, don't do that. So, but you're right, we get to so much so fast. It's kind of breakthrough time. So thank you, Kirk.
You're welcome. And lastly, when you first mentioned that you were going to be spending Christmas in a different configuration, I immediately got that this is going to be a really wonderful Christmas because you're going to have an opportunity to spend it in a different dynamic that's going to touch your heart, move your spirit, and it's going to be amazing.
I accept that, and I accept the creation of that, and so it is. Because after all, guys, it's up to us. It's up to us. What do you want to choose? And even though I won't be with my precious older brother and my family and the babies, I did make it back there, as you know, before Germany. And so I created getting to see them all and be with them all. And yeah, it's a different year. And it was a real conscious choice, not from my head, but I really fell into my heart, and it just felt better staying here this year. So I followed that. And, you know, my brother who died this year, his wife is coming out to spend Christmas with us. And, yeah, going to be really good. So thank you again, Kirk, for all that. It's nice for the teacher to be reminded and encouraged also. Thank you, sweetheart. Love you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Miss Mika, where the hell have you been?
Hi, Dee, and Paul is here too.
Hi, Dee. Great to hear you.
Hi, guys. What's up?
So good. Anyway, I did have a question, but everything you brought up really answered it, and it sounds like this. I put it all together for myself. So it sounds like this. I'm good enough to love myself, and I'm perfectly capable to joyfully command all activity of my mind to obey my heart.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. There's nothing to add.
You pulled it all together for me, and I'm really thankful.
They want you to add one thing.
Okay.
Now and consistently.
Ooh,
very good.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
Now and consistently.
Perfect.
Yeah, beautiful. Good for you. I love it. Look, guys, again, when I told the channel I would do this work and I would come on board, I said yes, and my intention is that everybody learns to create for themselves, to heal themselves, right? And so
exactly.
when you come on and you've all done the work, guys, that makes my little heart sing. So great to hear from you guys. Thank you so much.
That's great. And that's why we did the Creation Station. And since then, we've been doing sessions with people, and we are doing just that, to to tell people the same thing like you did for us. So
Yeah, you're an awesome teacher.
awesome
Thank
teacher.
you. Oh, thank you. Gosh. This is such a good feel-good show for me today. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
and
you.
Gabriel, have a wonderful trip.
Thank you. I will pass that on, baby. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you both. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. 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 All right, we're going to Emily in California. You're on.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, Em.
Two things. Yeah. So first, I just want to put in a word, having been on the webinar with Gabrielle and you this week. I have been doing this work with you for a long time, and I've made so many strides with loving myself. And Wednesday night blew me out of the water. It just, catalyzed and crystallized so much about how to really deepen and move forward with that. So anybody who wasn't there, I recommend it highly.
Oh, thank you so much. I was so blown away. Those of you that are mothers can understand this, but I was so blown away that Gabrielle and I, whether it's acting, whether she's directing me, or whether it was doing this webinar together, we are mother and daughter, but as soon as our ventures begin, we become colleagues. And it was kind of mind-blowing for me to experience the ease and joy and expertise that she brought forward on that webinar. You know, because when we started talking about it, I said, Gabrielle, I would love to do this with you, and my first intention is to always serve my people. They must get served no matter what, in the highest way. And I got off that call and I said, we did that.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Emily. And what's next?
And
you said two things.
Yes. And it was a beautiful, graceful thing to behold. And what I want to ask about is about my own daughter, who is sort of keeping me at arm's length right now.
How old is she?
And she is 17.
Yeah, well, she's supposed to be doing that, Emily.
Yeah, I kind of was going to say, I don't get that I need to be doing anything different. I don't know. Does this channel have? Well, I won't say I don't know. I'll say I'm clear.
Yeah, and I get that it's all positive. It's the circle of life where they have to start breaking away at this point, and then I guarantee you she will come back and be your best friend. But they have to break away. Otherwise, they can't start defining who they are without you.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And ultimately, what we want is for our children to be incredibly independent while they remain our best friend.
Yeah.
So I would just keep focused on that. Just keep loving her. Let her know she can talk to you about anything, that you honor her journey of growing up, and you are there to support her, but not, you wouldn't, this is the example they're giving me. It would never occur to you to tell her what she has to wear to school like you did when she was 3. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Would never occur, right? So remember that that's the state you're in everywhere, in every subject in her life. She's got to choose now. And the more you can teach her to choose well through self-love and empowerment, but she's just fine, baby.
She's thriving. She is thriving. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So stand back and go, I did a really good job. The biggest thing you're going through is the withdrawals of her not being little anymore. Been there, done
Yep.
that. And let me tell you,
Yep.
Emily, Gabrielle will be 31 when she's in Vietnam this next week. And it doesn't ever end. That connection doesn't ever end. They will always need you, but they will need you on their terms when they ask. And that's what we've got. That's the shift we've got to move into, because we're so used to watching everything and saying, "Oh, I better do this. She's going to need it." Well, now she's got to move forward and create herself and ask. Right?
Yep.
All right, sweetheart.
Beautiful.
That's all
awesome.
it is. You bet.
Awesome. Love
Yeah,
it.
the channel wants to say before I get off, you've done a really good job as a mother.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But you know
it's
that,
so wonderful
don't
to
you?
hear that.
Yeah, I know.
I know that deep in my heart, and the way I have mothered doesn't really look quite like society thinks it ought to, and so it's wonderful to have that confirmation. Yeah.
Yeah, me either. Her whole life, people have said to me, "You're letting her do this too much, and you don't discipline her here enough, and why would you take her in to meet the teachers when she's having a problem? Why she shouldn't be in it, you know?" And she's turned out to be one of the most powerful, self-directed people I know. So thank you for sharing, everybody, and I'm doing it my way.
Hallelujah.
Okay, baby. Thank you.
Love you.
All right, we're going to Lena. Tell me you're feeling better.
I'm getting there.
Okay, so let's say we're there.
I'm there.
Okay, thank you. Because if you say I am getting there, you heard the first part of the show, that directs your energy to continually be trying to get there.
Yeah.
So you've got to define yourself as I am there. I am clear. I know. Guys, if you would just start your day every day with that direction to your energy, I'm telling you, you're going to have a different experience in your life. Okay, what's your question, baby?
Well, so I want to say, since you mentioned Christmas, I have some kind of beliefs, I think, around Christmas. And maybe it's about a deeper belief about giving to myself.
Well, we all have beliefs about Christmas, sweetheart. We all have beliefs about everything. The question that I have to all of you are those the beliefs you want? If those,
no.
You see, you guys think that you can't change anything. You can change everything. Everything. So, what do you want to believe about Christmas that's going to make you feel more powerful and happy?
I love Christmas, and that I can have Christmas, that I experience Christmas in every moment of now.
Lovely.
And that I love myself so much that I actually will treat myself and celebrate Christmas the way I'd like to.
Good. You going to follow through on that with action now?
Yes, I'm in the process of moving to Oklahoma City.
Good. You've been thinking about that for a long time.
Yeah, there was some stuff going on. My aunt has decided that she'll assist me with moving and all. I found a home for one of my cats, so I'm excited about that.
Good.
And then it's now, and I applied at Starbucks in town. I had a friend assist me with that, and so I'm going to focus on receiving a call back from them.
Or creating something better. Any way you look at it, You're going to create this move, which is a big Christmas present for you, by the way. Right?
It is. Yes.
Lena, I want you to really consciously focus on I am and then the positive statement after that around everything you want. Okay? That's the biggest Christmas present you can give yourself, sweetheart.
Yes.
Okay? So, I'm feeling depressed today. Nope. I don't have to do that. I am choosing to feel joyful. I am joyful. I am experiencing joy in my life. I strongly suggest that all of you go back to, I think it was the last e-blast or the one before that with the 4 points of how to direct something that are really simple. Okay? And practice it and practice it and live it till it becomes a way of life. All right, baby. Thank you.
Okay.
You can.
Right.
You're doing this, Lena. You're doing this, and
yes,
it's good.
I am. It is.
Good.
Everything is all good.
Good. Love you, baby. Good. Very positive, great shift with Lena from last week. If you were on, Iris, what's up? Did you direct your day, woman? That would be a no. Yes. Did you direct your day? Yes, I can hear you.
Great. I had to take off my Bluetooth. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay.
I just wanted to debrief a little since the webinar and last week and everything that came in. I guess first I just want to acknowledge the work and acknowledge myself and the work that I've been doing.
Good for you. About time, woman.
Yeah, and I guess I have to get on and do it publicly, make it more real. Yeah, just been doing a lot with the EMDR, and before the webinar, I really sat down and looked at that sort of, did my own sort of thought onion before the call, and I know that that's what helped. Break it through. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. I knew that I wanted to talk to Gabrielle about it because we're close in age, and it has to do with, what was bothering me was like all the friendship stuff and all that. On the surface, obviously, it's the root of it is childhood stuff, but I noticed that I was hurt that she didn't remember me because I didn't say like, oh yeah, I met you at Creation Station, and I just kind of noticed that, and I know why she didn't remember me. Obviously, it's like, but I was like, oh wow, what a macro sort of event of the whole thing, right?
Well, but Iris, the channel saying that's your perspective of the world is that they don't see you and recognize you.
Yeah.
So if you have that belief, it's like having on a pair of glasses that changes everything into that perspective. So I am a person that is seen and recognized and remembered. That's your mantra. Yes. That's what you've got to tell your brain. I am choosing this new belief now. The old one doesn't serve me.
Great. Wonderful. Another layer of healing.
Well, and remember, the channel says you don't ever get there because there's no there to get to. It's a consistent and constant, conscious, remembering, expanding, understanding energy. So it just goes on forever, guys, this wonderful exploration into the understanding of the greatness of the universe, which is us, by the way. We're a fractal in the image and likeness of. Okay? All right, baby. Thank you.
Please tell Gabrielle to have a great trip for me. I'm very excited.
I will
Can't wait to watch
that.
it.
I will do that, Iris. Thank you. I sure will. All right, Maria, you be on. What's up?
Good morning. Thank you so much. I've been having traveling pain in my right chest area, and they want to do another biopsy again. And I've been having issues with visualizing the healing energy going through my body. I've become more kind of flat. Had another pseudo seizure the other day, and it's kind of I'm trying to reset my system. And I'm just concerned because my mind feels like it's gone to a different place, although I'm feeling redirected the last couple of days.
Well, your mind will go wherever its attention is pulled to. So, again, it's not something that just happens, guys. It's something in your life that happens, and you don't do anything about it to bring it back to where you want it to focus on. So, according to what we did, where are my papers? In the beginning, not a doctor, they want you to make the claim, let's find out what it is you want first. What they're saying is you want and are holding the intention of balancing your health and wellness. That's the highest direction. So we're going to claim this. Everybody do this, please. I am balancing the state of happiness within my state of health and wellness. Now, let's feel wherever you go to feel love and joy and freedom. Go to that feeling. Open your hearts. Open your chakras. I am balancing, the state of happiness in the subjects and the feels and the beingness of health and wellness. That's good for me, and I love it. And so it is. So you consistently want to pull yourself back from the fear, Maria, and define yourself, even though it makes no sense to your brain, define yourself as happy and healthy and well. And then your body starts to follow, and then your mind starts to follow. And the channel is also recommending that maybe you find some other doctors to give you some different opinions, because your energy is more in alignment with healing now. And there might be somebody else out there that can give you some different answers. Okay? All right, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you for calling in. And let's see. I think I've got time for one more. Maybe. Christina in California. Talk fast.
Hi, Dee Wallace. I just wanted to say thank you so much. I think I met you maybe back in 2010, maybe 2009, and you were letting me know that I should write the book that I was too afraid to write, too afraid of being judged, that I desperately wanted to but didn't believe I was smart enough, because that would mean I'd have to drop old belief systems.
Yep.
The fact that you have the courage to heal your own life and to go about giving back to humanity in the way that makes your heart sing is so beautiful, and it lets all of us know that, hey, we could do it too. And today I needed to hear, I am, and putting everything attached to it, because I'm in the process of stepping out of making every choice I've ever made based out of and rooted out of fear. And I'm really grateful that you took my call today and that you're here to remind me, we can create our future, but in order to do that, I have to let go of my false beliefs. And I'm just overjoyed that you're here, and I wanted to say thank you.
Oh, Christina.
That our lives are changing because you're sharing what you've learned and what you've grown and what you channel. And you're beautiful inside and out. Just thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Did you write your book?
I'm in the process of it now, and what's funny is I'm taking writing for theater and a creative writing class, and my excuses have been, I'm too busy. I'm not smart enough. I can't do this, even though I have over 400 pages of journals for 11 years. But in order to pass the class, I have to do it.
when those excuses come up, you go, Christina, thank you for sharing, and I'm writing now.
I will do. I have to pass the class.
I'm telling you.
If I don't do it and I don't turn them in, I don't pass. And so I thought how clever Spirit is, knowing how I am. But I am now going to do what you've said too. So when I have the excuses come up, say, I thank you, Christina, and I am writing. Because my heart longs to. My heart is longing. I'm plagued by memories that I had seen this vision of a light blue butterfly ascending down with dark blue on the rims, and I heard a man's voice say, every tear is a story. And I just
oh my God, I love that. That's the name of a
and
great
I wrote it
book.
down. Yes, it's called My Spiritual Entourage, but I haven't, that's the title, and I'm not going to let anybody tell me to change that. And it's what it's going to be about is with the people that we love in our lives, our parents, our siblings, our coworkers, our friends, and our partners, etc., in these painful, complex situations we find ourselves in, interwoven with metaphysical encounters, and finding the truth in the light. How did it impact me? What was I struggling to understand at the time that it happened and what was going on around me? And thank you, Dee. Oh, good. I'm going to hold you to it.
Right.
Be like, this
so
is the color.
All right, darling. Thank you. Go right.
Thank you, my love.
Go right. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I tried so hard to get through with everybody, but just didn't quite make it. Anyway, guys, I love you. Look for your Christmas gift. It'll be posted soon. And our next webinar is December 18th. It's the predictions webinar. I don't have to tell you how awesome these webinars are. We always go, oh my God, all the way through them. If you want to go back and listen to last Wednesday's webinar, The Simplicity of Love, it's posted now. So let's come together and say it. Come on. Shout it to the universe. I love me. I love me. And I love me even more because I know that's what it's all about.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.